every look you send unzips the air I wear. You trace with nothing but thought, but I shiver like you did a lot. No fingers, no hands, no fire, just quiet and rising desire. The way you stare from across the room turns silence into perfume. You don't move and still I bend in the space where your thoughts begin. Undress me in your mind, peel me slow, one layer at a time. I don't need you close to ache, just let your thoughts invade. Take me off like midnight dreams, with no hands, just mental seams. Undress me in your mind, and I'll fall without a sign. Imagine me soft, I feel it sharp. The way you gaze pulls me apart. You're sitting still, but I'm undone, like the touch already begun. Every fantasy you keep inside wraps around my inner thighs. Don't speak a word, just think me slow, and watch how deep my breathing goes. You don't need to move a sign, just undress me in your mind. Undress me in your mind, like a secret you unwind. Don't touch, don't take, don't say, just stare the heat my way. Strip me down with every glance in this invisible romance. Undress me in your mind, and I'll moan without a sound. You say nothing, but my body leans in like it's heard you loud from under my skin. I don't ask, but you know the plea in the way I breathe so desperately. No words, no screams, no sound, just the way I sink down. You read my hunger through the still and answer it without a will. Keep me begging in silence, don't let me break the quiet. Make me tremble without a word, let the ache go unheard. You don't need to hear me cry to know where my secrets lie. Keep me begging in silence, and I'll give it every time. Ooh. I don't say a word, but I'm screaming inside. Each breath I take pulls you back to nice goodbye. I exhale soft, but hope you feel the weight. The way my chest arises for you not to escape. My hands don't hold, but my lungs still bleed. In quiet inhales that you know I need. Every breath says stay, even when my lips don't pray. Every sigh, every hush pulls you close with no touch. You don't need to hear me cry to know I'm breaking when you slide. Every breath says stay, even when I look away. The room feels thinner now since you began to move, but I still breathe like it's my way to prove that you belong in the air I keep, in the spaces I don't speak, where silence runs too deep. I don't beg, I don't chase, but I breathe you into place. And when you pause at the door, my chest whispers more. Don't hear me, just feel the way I breathe. Every breath says stay, like I'm singing with no phrase. My heartbeat skips the words, but my lungs know what you're worth. You can leave, you can roam, but you'll hear me in your bones. Every breath says stay, and it won't stop till you obey. I won't say it, but you'll know. I don't need light to know it's you. One touch of my body tells the truth. Fingertips tracing who I am. Every scar, every breath, every strand. You don't ask, you don't guess. You move like you know me best. I close my eyes and still I see the way your touch rewrites me. I know your hands by heart. They speak where words fall apart, like rhythm under my skin. They pull the soft out from within. No map, no guide, no chart, just you and me in the dark. I know your hands by heart, and I don't want to forget. Every time you touch my spine, I swear it's like the very first time. But still it's carved so deep that even silence feels you beneath. Some people love with lips and lies, but you love with the palms and time. And even if this don't fill the room with words, but somehow you're all I heard. Your stare's louder than a scream, pulls me deeper than my dreams. Your silence isn't empty, it's heat wrapped in steady breathing. You don't need to speak out loud to take me, break me, pull me down. You make silence loud, like thunder in my mouth. Like every second we don't speak is a touch I start to need. You don't move but I still feel like everything's too real. You make silence loud, and I'm addicted to the sound. You press your forehead into mine, and suddenly I'm out of time. No music, but we still sway, like bodies that don't need to say. The louder the hush, the deeper I fall. You're quiet as teeth, I'm giving it all. One look, and I can't look away. One breath, and I beg you to stay. Your silence isn't empty, it's heat wrapped in steady breathing. You don't need to speak out loud to take me, break me, pull me down. You make silence loud, like thunder in my mouth. Like every second we don't speak is a touch I start to need. You don't move but I still feel like everything's too real. You make silence loud, and I love the way it sounds. You don't even have to try. My body knows when you're nearby, like you wrote your name in heat, and now it lives beneath my skin. The way you trace my spine feels like I'm crossing a line, and I don't wanna pull away. Now when I feel you this way, my skin learns your name. Every touch, it stays like a whisper left behind. You leave a mark I can't hide. You don't just touch, you claim, and I'll never feel the same. My skin learns your name again and again. Every inch remembers more, even after you close the door. I still feel you in the air, on my neck like you're still there. No one ever reached this deep, where want turns into need. I don't just want you tonight, I want your name on me for life. The way you breathe on me feels like you own the key to every lock I hide, to every part inside. My skin learns your name fast. Let every second be the kind that lasts. I'm not running, I want to be found. One breath at a time, take me down. Feel the way my silence speaks. Every curve, every need. You don't need to take me whole. Just breathe me soft, just breathe me slow. Inhale me slowly. Let me melt where you hold me. Every inch, take your time. Trace me deeper in your mind. Don't devour, don't consume. Just let me fill your every room. Inhale me slowly, like you planned to never let go. I'm the warmth before the flame, the whisper before you say my name. No need to rush inside this skin. Let tension wrap me in. Pull me in like cigarette smoke. Let your lungs feel every stroke. You don't need to own my fire. Just breathe in what you desire. Touch me slower than a sigh. Let me burn before we try. Inhale me slowly. Let me melt where you hold me. Every inch, take your time. Trace me deeper in your mind. Don't devour, don't consume. Just let me fill your every room. Inhale me slowly, like I'm already yours and you already know. You kiss like time forgets, like clocks don't matter when we connect. No rush, no script to play, just warmth that makes me want to stay. You press so soft, I sink so fast into a moment I want to last. Don't move, don't pull away. Let me float in this delay. Let me linger on your lips, where the world bends, where silence dips, where I taste more than skin and heat, where every kiss feels incomplete. 'Cause I don't wanna finish this, I wanna breathe in every kiss. Let me linger on your lips, like your mouth is where I exist. skin places that hands have never been. But somehow I unravel, like your thoughts crawl under skin. You don't even move, but I feel the slide of intention so heavy. It undresses my mind. You don't need to reach to make me react. I ache in the space between thought and contact. I wanna be touched where you think, where your hunger starts to sink before your hands ever find what's already burning inside. I wanna be felt through your stare, the way you undress me in the hair. I wanna be touched where you think, 'cause I already feel it there. There's a heat in your silence that wraps around my knees. You haven't moved closer, but I've lost the air I breathe. Whisper me without a word, trace me without a nerve. Every thought you hold inside somehow lands between my thighs. You don't have to act to pull me apart. You just have to want, and I already start. I wanna be touched where you think, where your breath begins to sink before a kiss ever lands. I've already left my hands on the space where you stare, and the edge of your care. I wanna be touched where you think, 'cause I feel you even there. You exhale slow and I follow it in, like smoke I wasn't ready for, but crave under my skin. You don't say a thing, but your breath speaks clear. Every inch it touches makes me disappear. The way you breathe around my lips feels like sin I never resist. You don't have to even try. One inhale and I comply. There's seduction in every inhale, like you're drawing out my veil. No need to touch, no need to plead. Just your breath is all I need. You come closer and I drown in air I won't turn down. to let you fill my air, and every part that swells was made to meet you there. It's not what you do, it's how you breathe, and the way it lingers when you leave. You don't seduce with words, you seduce with need. The way you breathe around my lips still haunts where your fingers skip. There's seduction in every inhale, like you're pulling off my veil. No need for hands, no need for games, just your air and my flame. I breathe you in, I lose control, and suddenly I'm whole. There's seduction in every inhale, and baby, don't exhale yet. You're not touching me, but my skin still reacts. You lean in slow, and my body leans back. I don't need the words, I don't need the hands. You just breathe my way, and I can't withstand. Your breath is a signal, my pulse is a reply. This room gets louder without a single sound tonight. When you breathe, I feel it like waves under my skin. You don't even touch, but I'm already giving in. Just the air you move draws me closer to the truth. When you breathe, I feel it like you're already inside. You exhale soft, and my back reacts. A language we wrote with invisible tracks. The heat spreads slow, like silk on my chest. You haven't kissed me, but I've already confessed. It's not fair how close you get without ever laying claim, but I still let you stay here even if you never say mine. The room doesn't move, but my body sways. Your breath is a rhythm that takes me away. When you breathe, I feel it like waves under my skin. You don't even touch, but I'm already giving in. Just the air you move draws me closer to the truth. When you breathe, I feel it, and I want you deeper still. I've danced with maybes, I've laid beside almost. forget that I had control. You walking slow, like you own the air, and suddenly I'm open to things I wouldn't dare. You don't rush, you don't beg, just to look at my knees break. You move through me like a flame, and I'll never be the same. Nothing moves like you do. Not the wind, not the moon, not the pull of midnight sheets, not the heat beneath my skin. You don't even have to try, still you make me come alive. Nothing moves me like you do, and I hope you never stop. I've traced familiar hands, but yours I still can't plan. Every time you shift in bed, you rewrite what my body says. Some men chase, some men fall, but you let me want it all. You stay still and I still move, 'cause baby, no one moves like you. No pressure, no sound, but you turn my world around, and I ache in ways that prove nothing moves like you do. Nothing moves like you do. Not the tide, not the truth, not a breath I didn't need, not the space where we've been. You don't even have to try, you just touch and I comply. Nothing moves me like you do, and I don't want it to stop. You've been gone for hours, but you're still in this bed. Your scent in the pillow, your hands in my head. My skin still hums like you just left. I close my eyes and you steal my breath. You never have to try too hard to leave your mark beneath my guard. Even when your body fades, everything else decides to stay. No one lingers like you, in the sheets, in the room, in the ache behind my knees, in the hush between my pleas. You leave slow like perfume, still thick in afternoon. No one lingers like you, and I wouldn't ask you to move. I trace where you were, like memory skin, like I can summon you back. If I breathe deep again, the mirrors fog, but I still see the shape of you all over me. Some lovers disappear, but you slow. You don't rush when you leave, and that's how you stay in me. No one lingers like you, in the dark, in the bloom, in the echoes of my sighs, in the pause before I cry. You don't just come and go, you dissolve and take control. No one lingers like you, and maybe that's why I'm ruined. There's a place in me I never show, where old wounds sleep and shadows grow. But you don't knock, you lean, and I open up where I've never been. No pressure, no rush, no noise, just your breath filling the void. You don't push, you just exist. In every part I try to resist. Breathe me where it hurts, where the ache still burns, where no one dared to go, but you breathe and I let it show. You don't heal with your hands, you just stay and understand. Breathe me where it hurts, and I'll fall without a word. I've a hidden under silk and lace, but your air still finds the place that trembles just from being seen, and wants to break but slow and clean. You read me like a fragile book, don't skip the pages that others took. And when I gasp, it's not from fear, it's from the way you hold me near. Don't ask, just breathe through me where it hurts and sets me free. Breathe me where it hurts, where the ache still burns. Let your exhale be the balm to turn my storm into calm. You don't fix, you just stay, and I break the quiet that way. Breathe me where it hurts, and I'll bloom through the pain. You touch me like you know exactly where I'm fragile, like your fingers wrote the code to everything I try to handle. I try to stay still, but I unfold like silk beneath your hands, losing hold. You press in slow, and I forget the end. You don't rush, but still I bend. Your touch wears me thin, like wind through skin, peeling layers I try to save, leaving nothing I can fake. You don't ask, you just begin, and I don't know where I've been, 'cause your touch wears me thin, and I want you again. I never needed soft this much until your hand learned my ache. Now every graze is like a flood, washing everything I break. You don't force, you don't pull, you just stay, but somehow you leave me worn out in the best way. I fall apart without a fight, and I've never loved that state. But when it's you who takes me down, it doesn't feel like fate, it feels like grace. You press in slow, and I forget the end. You don't rush, but still I bend. Your touch wears me thin, like wind through skin, peeling layers I try to save, leaving nothing I can fake. You don't ask, you just begin, and I don't know where I've been, 'cause your touch wears me thin, and I want you again. You don't touch, but I still flinch. Your eyes say more than mouths ever admit. You hold me still without a hand, like you undress me without a plan. And I'm not used to being seen this naked, this in between. But with one look I fall apart and forget how to guard my heart. The way you look at me hurts, not pain, but the kind that burns. A craving carved behind the eyes, like you're peeling off my disguise. You don't have to speak a word, but the truth in your gaze is absurd. The way you look at me hurts, and I hope it never stops. I feel you scan the parts I hide, not judging, no, you just decide that all of me deserves to show, even pieces I don't know. Some stairs feel heavy, yours feels like heat, melting boundaries underneath. I still feel you move through your scent, your heat, the way you breathe too deep. It lingers in the sheets and crawls along my sleep. Your hands are gone, but I'm still more. You didn't leave a scar, just stare at sparks. Leave your hair on my skin, let me wear where you've been. I don't need a single word, just the hush that I heard in the way you leaned in, like a secret in the wind. Leave your air on my skin, and I'll feel you again and again. I close my eyes and you exhale in, like a ghost that knows exactly where I've been. You don't have to stay, but don't leave me clean. Let something of you stay caught between. Your goodbye never spoke, but your breath still cloaks the back of my neck like a kiss I still expect. You didn't say come back, but the air, it pulls me back. Leave your hair on my skin, let it soak, let it sink in, let it curl around my waist, where your hands used to trace. I don't need your voice or grin, just this softness you leave within. Leave your hair on my skin so I can miss you slow. I had my keys in hand, heart half out the door. My mind had packed, but my skin wanted more. You didn't beg, you didn't cry, you just looked and unraveled inside. I've walked away from better, I've left with no regret, but one breath from you and I forget. Only you make me stay, without a single word to say. It's in your silence, in your stare, in the heat that fills the air. I could leave if it were fair. You don't have to say goodbye. Just breathe into my lungs tonight. I'll hold you where no one sees, in places only silence reads. You don't need to stay informed. I'll keep you in the quiet storm, inside the way my chest expands, where your memory still ends. Stay in my breath, where the world forgets. You don't need to be near to make me feel you here. You left the room, but I'm not alone yet, 'cause you stay in my breath. Every exhale tastes like you. Every inhale burns right through. I don't chase, I just survive, with you still breathing inside. Some loves live in beds and sheets, but you live in everything I breathe. You linger low behind my lips, and every moan I can't resist. I could hold you like a sigh and never have to say goodbye. Stay in my breath, where the touch won't end, where your hair wraps tight without needing to spend the night. I don't need your voice or chest, just your ghost behind each breath. So stay. Stay in my breath. There's a heat between your gaze and where your hands have yet to stay. You don't need a touch too fast. I melt in silence made to last. Every pause is laced with wine, every blink a quiet taunt. You don't rush and that's what kills. You stir me slow without the thrill. I'm on without sound. You hear me in the way I drown, in your breath and your delay, in the games we never say. You don't have to move at all, still I rise and then I fall. I'm on without sound, but you hear me every time. I'm on without sound. Your fingers don't explode your skin, they read the pulse I keep within. You pull me into places deep, where silence wakes what's meant to sleep. There's a language we don't teach, a frequency beyond the reach, of voices loud, of words too crude. We speak in here.